In tonight's story, you agree to be tied, just once. But every knot brings you closer to something you didn't expect. Fear, euphoria, arousal, pain. As the lines blur and the pressure builds, one question lingers. How far would you let someone take you if they said they knew your limits better than you did? This is Bruise, Bleed, Breathe, a psychological descent into control, restraint, and the moment you decide whether to surrender or speak. Will you use the safe word, or will you wait and hope they stop?
This isn't just horror, it's your worst thoughts, and your best chance to taste them without leaving your bed.
You came for a mystery novel, something pulpy, fast. A woman disappears, a husband lies, a body in a ditch. Something clean in its violence, predictable, but you drifted. A few shelves too far, a row too deep. And now you're standing in front of a book with a woman on the cover, suspended in midair, tied in intricate knots that don't look painful. They look beautiful. The language of rope, art, ritual, and intimacy. You glance around. No one seems to notice you. You pick it up. The cover is soft, almost velvet. Your fingers trace the edge. You tell yourself it's just curiosity. Just a peek. You flip through pages of clean black and white photography, women and men bound like sculpture. Descriptions underneath. Hishikarada, Takatekoti, subspace. That last one gives you pause. You read the definition twice. A floaty state. An altered headspace from being bound, controlled, overwhelmed, where fear and trust blur into something close to euphoria. You feel your throat tighten. You put the book back. You pick it up again. The cashier doesn't flinch. Doesn't smile either, just rings it up like it's any other impulse buy. You wonder if she even looks at the covers anymore. You take the receipt, stuff the book in your tote, and leave like you've done something shameful. But under the shame is something warmer, thicker. You don't name it yet. That night, you sit on the couch and read almost every page. You Google words in the margins: suspension bondage, endorphin crash, masochism versus pain play. Munch near me. That last one surprises you. You learn that a munch is just a gathering, a meetup for people in the lifestyle to talk over drinks, wear normal clothes, and not feel alone. You don't plan to go. You bookmark the page anyway. The next night, you open it again. And the next, you RSVP. You almost cancel twice. Once while getting dressed. Once in the parking lot. You don't know what you thought a fetish meetup would look like, but it wasn't this. An ordinary bar tucked between a coffee shop and a vegan pizza place. String lights in the windows. A chalkboard outside that says, "Trivia night canceled. Private event." You walk in slow, eyes adjusting, heart pounding. Everyone looks normal. Too normal. Hoodies, cardigans. Laughter. Someone sipping a seltzer through a paper straw. You scan for leather, for whips, for some signal you're in the right place. But there's only a laminated sign near the back table with a single word: munch. A few people glance up as you approach. Some nod. One woman smiles. You sit at the edge of the table like it's a mistake, like you're intruding. A man across from you leans forward slightly. First time? You nod before you can stop yourself. Don't worry, we don't sacrifice anyone until week 3. He smiles. You manage a small laugh. He's not what you expected. Not young, not old. Late 30s maybe. Masculine, but unassuming. Dark eyes, calm hands. Button-down shirt with the sleeves rolled to his forearms. Not flashy, not creepy. Just still. "I'm Drew," he says. "You?" "Ava." "Welcome to the weird table, Ava." Someone makes a joke about rope burn. Someone else mentions a recent class. The talk flows, open, confident. Like this is the most normal thing in the world. You don't say much. But you listen. You watch Drew. He doesn't dominate the conversation. He just observes. You wonder how many people hear he's tied, or touched, or hurt. When the group starts breaking off, he leans in again. "If you're curious," he says, I teach. Basics, safety, not a scene, just learning. You raise an eyebrow. Wouldn't even tie you the first time, he adds. I'd let you hold the rope, feel it, try a knot, that's all. He offers his phone. You enter your number, no pressure, no creepiness, just calm. If you want to try, he says, standing, message me. You watch him walk out the door without looking back. You don't realize you're still holding his phone in your hand until someone clears their throat beside you. You set it down, stand, leave. In the car, your hands are shaking. You don't know if it's from fear or anticipation. 11 Labs narration format, second person point of view. You text him the next night. It takes you 43 minutes to write 7 words. If the offer's still open, I'd like to learn. His reply is fast. Tomorrow at 7, wear something comfortable, no jewelry. You almost ask why, but you don't. His house is quiet, minimal, not cold, but restrained. Like him, walls painted in soft matte grays, a faint smell of sandalwood and clean cotton. You spot a folded yoga mat in the corner, a basket of neatly coiled ropes. No handcuffs, no crosses, no sex toys, nothing cartoonish. He meets you at the door in jeans and a black t-shirt, barefoot, calm. You're not late, he says. That's a good start. He walks you in, then gestures to a folded futon on the floor. This is where I usually work. You can sit if you want. You do, cross-legged, trying not to look nervous. He kneels across from you, resting on his heels. He doesn't crowd you, doesn't look you up and down. This isn't about sex, he says. Not tonight, maybe not ever. You set the boundaries. You change them whenever you want. You speak, I stop. You nod. He holds up a coil of soft red rope, holds it like a violinist might hold a bow. This is jute, natural fiber. Smells like earth when it's warm. If it gets too tight, it bites. If it's done right, you won't want to leave it. He offers it to you. You take it. It feels rougher than you expected. You run your fingers along its length. There's a knot at the end that looks almost decorative. Want to try a single column tie? You pause. That's just one limb. Wrist or ankle, your call. You offer your wrist. He doesn't reach for it immediately, just nods and waits. You extend it farther, palm up. Your last partner would have laughed at this. He never even wanted to try handcuffs. Said it felt juvenile. Said sex should be about love, not theater. You'd nodded, smiled. Pretended that wasn't the night you started turning invisible. Then, contact. His hand closes around your forearm, warm and firm, and he positions you gently in front of him. The rope moves fast, fluid, like he's not even thinking. You feel the loop close, the tug, the cinch. He double-checks the tension with 2 fingers. Not too tight? You shake your head. Tell me out loud. Number, it's fine. Good, now pull against it. You do. It holds, just enough to remind you it's real, that he did this. You swallow. He watches you carefully. How's your breathing? You inhale, steady, a little shallow. Still good. That's the point. He ties the final knot and sits back on his heels, just watching. You look down at your wrist. It's elegant, precise, and it won't come off without him. You didn't expect to like that part so much. Want to try one behind your back? You pause. Not because you're afraid, but because you're already wondering what comes next. You wait 5 days before texting him again. If pain is part of it, I think I want to try. You stare at the screen before hitting send. You almost add, but I'm not sure. You delete it. His reply is simple. Come by Friday, 8 p.m. We'll go slow. His house feels different this time. Not colder, not unkind, just quieter. Like it's waiting for something. He doesn't ask how you're feeling. Doesn't offer tea or ease into it. Still okay with rope? You nod. Still trust me? You hesitate. Then, yes. He nods once. That's all it takes. You're bound kneeling, your arms folded behind your back in a new position. Box tie, he called it. The rope wraps around your shoulders, your ribs, pinning you open and helpless but balanced. He circles you slowly, barefoot, calm. You try to slow your breathing. Tonight's about sensation, he says. You speak, I stop, but I want you to feel first. You nod again. Out loud, Ava. Yes, I understand. He lifts your chin with a single finger. Good girl. The first strike surprises you. Not because it hurts, but because it doesn't. Just a flat slap across your thigh with what he called a flogger. Wide, heavy, dull. It stings, then fades. Then comes the second, then the third. Rhythmic, measured. The heat builds slowly, like a blush spreading across your skin. Your breath quickens, your nipples harden against the ropes. You don't know when it happens exactly, but somewhere in the rhythm, your thoughts slip away. You stop counting, you stop thinking. You just float. You feel his hand slide gently along your cheek. Still with me? You nod. Yes. Color? Green? Then he steps behind you, places one hand across your chest, the other at your neck. Not choking, just pressure, just presence. What about breath? You hesitate. Light, you say. Just try. The pressure increases, not unbearable, but enough to change your breathing. You feel your pulse against his fingers. Your heart is hammering, but you're wet, desperately. He stops after maybe a minute, maybe less. You don't know. He loosens the ropes, carefully, one knot at a time. You don't speak. Neither does he. Once your arms are free, you let them fall into your lap. They feel heavy, foreign, like they belong to someone else. You did well, he says. Still with me? You nod again. Color? Green, I think. He gives a small smile. That's what the third session is for. You think about it constantly. The rope, the weight of it, the way it hugged your chest and arms and made you forget how to hold yourself together. The way his hand gripped your neck, not hard, but like he knew exactly how much pressure you needed to stop thinking. You find yourself replaying it in bed, your hands between your thighs, breath hitching as you imagine the next time. Faster, rougher, no warm-up, no questions, just taking. You tell yourself it's fantasy, but when you wake in the morning, you check your phone before your eyes are even fully open. No new messages. You consider texting him. You want to ask what's next, what he'll do, what he wants you to beg for. But you don't, not yet. You just wait. An ache. He doesn't text you this time. He doesn't need to. When you arrive, the porch light is already on. The front door is unlocked. Inside, the lights are dim. The room is cooler than usual. The air feels like it's waiting. There's no rope tonight, no gentle warm-up, no ceremony, just 3 objects laid out carefully on a dark cloth at the center of the floor. Like offerings, a blade, a cane, a belt. He doesn't look at you right away. He just kneels behind you, close enough to feel the heat of him, then leans in. His voice is quieter tonight. Not gentle, not cold, just steady. You said you wanted more. So tell me, what part of you do you want to feel tonight? You swallow. You don't respond. His hand grazes your spine. The knife, he says softly, is for pain that stays quiet. A memory just under the skin. A thin red line only you will know is there, but you'll feel it every time your body moves. He lets that linger, then touches your shoulder. The cane bruises, deep, it bites, it leaves echoes. You'll carry it in your walk, your sleep. You'll know exactly where I marked you. He shifts, closer now. You feel his breath at your ear. And the belt. The belt isn't about pain at all. It's for when you want to vanish. No scars, no proof. Just the slip, the space between fear and euphoria. It ends when I let go. His fingers trace the side of your throat. You tremble, but you don't move away. You can say the word, he says, or you can choose what kind of ruin you want to become. Decision point, Do you speak the safe word and stop the session? Or do you choose the knife for pain that lingers in silence, the cane for pain that bruises and howls, the belt for the breathless moment you disappear?
Every week, subscribe if you want to know what happens next.